Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience, the podcast, the phenomenon, a place where the boundaries of reality are constantly pushed and questioned, a space for open dialogue, unfiltered conversations. We delve into everything, comedy, fighting, conspiracy theories, the paranormal. It's a platform where no topic is off limits and every story is given a voice. I'm fascinated by the unknown, the things that go bump in the night, the unexplained events that make us question our understanding of the world, the mysteries that linger in the shadows, the stories that are whispered in hushed tones. They captivate me. Ghosts, demons, unexplained phenomena, they pique my curiosity. They challenge the boundaries of what we consider possible. Over the years, I've had the privilege of hosting some incredible guests, people with chilling stories, encounters that defy explanation. These guests bring with them tales that are as fascinating as they are terrifying. These stories stay with you. They linger in your mind long after the conversation has ended. They get under your skin, make you question everything. They make you wonder about the nature of reality and the limits of human understanding. Join me as we revisit some of the scariest, most unsettling ghost stories ever shared on the Joe Rogan Experience. Buckle up, folks. This journey into the unknown is not for the faint of heart. This is going to be a wild ride. Prepare yourself for a deep dive into the paranormal where every story is more chilling than the last. Let's talk about the Enfield Poltergeist, one of the most chilling and well-documented hauntings in history. A case that terrified England and left a family tormented beyond belief. The Hodgson family, living in a modest home, found themselves at the center of a supernatural storm. Two young girls, Janet and Margaret, were the heart of the haunting. Objects moved inexplicably. Voices echoed through the house, voices that did not belong to any family member. Something dark, unseen, was at play. The atmosphere in the house grew increasingly oppressive, with shadowy figures and flickering lights adding to the terror. The story captivated the world. Media outlets from around the globe reported on the strange occurrences, turning the Hodgson family into reluctant celebrities. Newspapers, investigators, they all descended upon that house. Paranormal experts and journalists alike tried to understand the phenomena, each with their own theories and equipment. Trying to prove or disprove the haunting, debates raged on. Skeptics and believers clashed, each side presenting their arguments with fervor. The evidence was compelling. Photos captured objects in mid-air, recordings played eerie voices, and eyewitness accounts described unexplainable events. It was chaos, a whirlwind of supernatural activity. The girls, they were the targets. Janet, in particular, seemed to be the focus of the poltergeist's attention, experiencing the most intense phenomena. Thrown about by unseen forces, voices coming from them that were not their own. The girls' experiences were both terrifying and baffling. Some called it a hoax, suggesting the girls were seeking attention or playing pranks. The skepticism added another layer of complexity to the already mysterious case. Others, however, saw the genuine terror in those girls' eyes. They believed the Hodgson family were victims of something beyond human understanding. The Enfield Poltergeist remains one of the most documented and most debated hauntings in history. To this day, it continues to intrigue and baffle both skeptics and believers alike. Then there's the chilling story of Roland Doe, a pseudonym carefully chosen to protect his identity and shield his family from the public eye. His case, it's the real-life inspiration for the iconic horror movie The Exorcist, a film that has terrified audiences for decades. Imagine a young boy seemingly possessed by malevolent forces. These demonic entities wreaked havoc on his life and those around him. The details of his ordeal are enough to turn your blood cold. Furniture moving on its own as if controlled by an unseen hand. Mysterious scratches appearing on his body with no logical explanation. The boy speaking in tongues, uttering words in languages he had never learned. Desperate for help, his family called in priests hoping for a miracle. The exorcism, it was a brutal, terrifying ordeal. Days turned into weeks, and the battle against the demonic forces raged on. The demonic entity, it clung to the boy with a relentless grip, refusing to let go. Finally, after countless prayers and intense rituals, the ordeal came to an end. The boy at last was freed from the grip of evil, his face showing a peaceful expression. The case of Roland Doe, it's a stark reminder of the darkness that can reside in our world, lurking just beyond the shadows. And who could forget Skinwalker Ranch, a place where the veil between our world and the next seems thin. Located in Utah, it's a hotbed of strange activity. UFO sightings, cattle mutilations, unexplained lights and sounds. It's a place where the impossible seems possible. I've had guests on the podcast who've been there, experienced it firsthand. Their stories, they'll make your hair stand on end. The ranch, it's a vortex, drawing in the unexplained. Some say it's a portal, a gateway to another dimension. Whatever it is, it's a place that commands respect and a healthy dose of fear. Section 5, Rogan's reactions, a mix of skepticism and belief. I try to approach these stories with an open mind. A healthy dose of skepticism, sure, but also a willingness to believe, because some things, they just can't be explained. The Enfield Poltergeist, the exorcism of Roland Doe, Skinwalker Ranch, these stories, they get to me. They make me question everything, I'm not afraid to admit it. I felt a chill down my spine, a sense of unease, like I'm being watched. It's in those moments when the hairs on the back of your neck stand up that you realize there's more to this world than we can see. Section 6. Guest reactions. Fear, intrigue, and disbelief. And I'm not the only one. The guests who share these stories, they're visibly shaken. Their voices tremble. Their eyes widen. They've seen things. Experienced things that defy logic. And it's changed them. Some guests, they come armed with evidence, photos, recordings, eyewitness accounts. Others, they have nothing but their story. But the fear in their eyes, it's real. The terror in their voice, it's palpable. And it's contagious. Section 7, the power of storytelling. Why we're drawn to the unexplained. Why are we so drawn to these stories, to the unexplained, the paranormal? I think it's because they remind us that we don't have all the answers. That there are forces at work in the universe that we don't understand. These stories, they tap into our primal fears, the fear of the dark, the fear of the unknown, but they also offer a glimmer of hope, a suggestion that there's more to life than what we can see and touch. Section 8. The lingering impact, unsettling thoughts and sleepless nights. So the next time you're home alone at night and you hear a creak in the floorboards or the wind howls outside your window, remember the stories, the Enfield Poltergeist, Roland Doe, Skinwalker Ranch, and know that you're not alone. There are things out there in the shadows, watching, waiting, and sometimes they like to make themselves known. Sweet dreams.